New information tonight. We are getting answers after a burglary suspect was released from the hospital instead of being sent back to jail. Limestone County deputies say Timothy Jackson broke into a house last week. The homeowner shot him, and Jackson was at Huntsville Hospital, but he was unaccounted for hours yesterday after his release. Way 31 Scotty K talked with deputies at the sheriff's office. They told her there was some sort of mix-up between their agency and the hospital. Now they'll take this incident and use it as a learning experience to make sure that it never happens again.
I feel bad for the homeowners that they had to go through that.
David Lewis lives off of Nick Davis Road, the same road where deputies say Timothy Jackson broke into a home last week. After a scuffle with the homeowner and a hospital stay, Huntsville Hospital released Jackson at 2 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. It took 7 hours to get him behind bars.
Deputies went to his residence and picked him up, and he was in the jail by 9:15.
The sheriff's office tells us an investigator asked the hospital to inform them when Jackson was released, but that didn't happen. Neighbors are on edge.
They should have had a deputy watching him. It's 24/7.
But investigators tell me Jackson's charges weren't great enough for that.
A lot of times when you have somebody in the hospital for an extended period of time, it's on charges such as murder, attempted murder, things like that, versus a burglary second. So it's not really something that you're necessarily going to tie up resources keeping an employee there 24/7 like you would in one of those bigger cases.
The victim spoke to me by phone and says he didn't expect an around-the-clock guard, but he'd hoped for better security. He also wishes the burglary charge could be bumped up to robbery since he and his wife were inside the home. He told me the suspect was violent and tried to wrestle away the gun.
Obviously, it's scary. Anytime you wake up and somebody's in your house, then that's something that's cause for alarm.
The sheriff's office said improvements in communication can be made from both sides, and it will look at how to prevent this from happening again.
I hope it never happens again. The community be safer since he's behind bars, and then he can't do this to somebody else.
Right now he can't because he won't be back out on the streets anytime soon.
Now that he is here on a different charge, that triggered a probation violation on previous drug charges. So he won't be getting out of the jail here. He won't be eligible for bond for the foreseeable future.
Reporting in Limestone County, Scotty K, Way 31 News.
We reached out to Huntsville Hospital, but they told us they don't have any information on a patient named Timothy Jackson. We discovered Jackson has a long criminal record. He has previous charges that include criminal mischief, arson to a vehicle, and weapons charges.